our topic is whether or not it makes sense to act now or wait in buying your life insurance. Now, you know I make my living selling life insurance, so you're probably expecting me to tell you to buy as much as you can, as fast as you can, because after all, I work on commission, right? So, of course, I fully expect you to take what I'm saying with a healthy degree of skepticism. Totally understandable, but please keep an open mind. Over the years, I've seen life insurance work perfectly. The client bought the right amount of coverage when they were young and healthy, then passed away unexpectedly. The death benefit paid out to the surviving spouse and kids so they were able to continue on living their lifestyle because of the fact that the life insurance was there to replace his loss of income. I've also seen people buy term insurance and outlive it. I've seen folks that grow old never having bought life insurance but rather choosing to roll the dice with the risk of dying young and leaving their families in a world of hurt, and then actually winning that bet as they didn't die until a ripe old age with plenty of savings to handle the financial burdens that were left behind after their death. For most of us that care about our families and realize that none of us knows when or how we'll die, and also realize that death rarely happens at the right time, at some point in our lives, we're faced with the decision of whether to buy life insurance, how much to buy, who to buy it from, and a whole series of seemingly intimidating and complicated decisions related to the subject of life insurance. I want to focus on the when question. When it comes to the question of when to buy life insurance, obviously yesterday is gone, so that's not an option. Even though one might argue that yesterday was the best time, especially for folks that are sick now but weren't yesterday. And that happens all the time. Think about it. As we get older, we'll either die suddenly one day or we'll get sick first and then die. For most of us, it's the latter. We get sick first and then die later. And once we're sick, buying life insurance becomes more complicated, more expensive, and sometimes impossible. So, for that reason, today's better than tomorrow, because tomorrow we may be too sick to buy it. But what about the price? You may have heard that life insurance prices are the lowest they've been in history, and to get here, they have to have fallen. And while that's true, our age is never set in stone. As you probably know, life insurance pricing is based partly on your age at the time you buy it. But here's the issue. As rates fall, which hasn't really been happening much over the past few years, you're getting older. So waiting and hoping for rates to fall really doesn't work. Waiting in almost every case means that when you do come aboard, you'll be older and your rate will be higher, not lower. More importantly, as we wait, springs come loose and we might start leaking oil somewhere. None of us knows when something might happen, making us less healthy and less insurable. Waiting in that sense is incredibly risky. When we get sick, say cancer, heart disease, diabetes, or any one of thousands of other things, life insurance becomes much more complicated, expensive, or even unavailable altogether. For that reason alone, we never recommend waiting. Another factor in favor of today versus tomorrow is that interest rates have been very, very low for a very, very long time. This hurts life insurance companies because they can't earn as much interest on the premiums that they collect from you while they wait for you to die. This protracted low interest rate environment has caused insurance companies to actually raise their rates on new policies, including term and especially guaranteed universal life policies, which are permanent policies with a contractually guaranteed rate that never increases for the life of the policy. Some companies have even taken those guaranteed premium products off the market altogether, leaving consumers with fewer choices. When it comes to life insurance, waiting is risky in so many ways that I can't imagine recommending it to anyone. Now, I have experienced situations when a person can't get life insurance now, perhaps because they're scheduled for some major surgery and the life insurance company won't issue a policy until the surgery is completed because they don't want to be on the hook for the possibility of death during surgery. Since we have no choice but to wait in those cases, tomorrow is the only option. So to sum it all up, if you need life insurance, which most of us do if we earn an income and have anyone relying on that income, the time to buy that life insurance is now, not later. Later only means higher rates, fewer options, and also adds in the possibility of you not being able to qualify for the life insurance at all.